Hey everybody, welcome to Game. This is Mike, and we are doing a first listen on Magic Research. Brand new game that looks to be pretty fun, so let's go ahead and check it out. We're going to go ahead and listen to the intro.
Welcome to Magic Research. Heading. Welcome to Magic Research. Heading. In Magic Research, you are the headmaster of a magical institution. What sort of adventures await you? Before you begin, you will need to choose a primary school of magic and a primary element. While you may cast spells from any schools, it will be easier to learn new spells in your primary school. Your primary element selection may affect availability and effects of various spells, among other things. You will be able to change these via retirement later in the game. Schools. Heading. Please choose a primary school of magic. If it's your first time playing, choosing conjuration is recommended. Conjuration. Button. Enchantment. Button. Illusion. Button. Elements. Please choose a primary element. Fire. Button. Earth. Button. Water. Button. Air. Button. Start the game. Dim. Button. If you have saved data from the demo version of the game, you may load it by opening the save file, or pasting it here. Text field. Load from file. Button.
Cool, it's got a lot of options, so we can actually load a game. Would probably be a way we can switch between devices. Couple of business matters to get out of the way. This game is completely accessible, and it's definitely a game I was suggested to try, and I definitely want to honor that. Also want to give a big shout out to My Noise BBA for the use of a couple of different sounds, including Alchemist Lab and Dark Ambience, which kind of gives the game a little bit of sound. The music is not done by the app itself. The app itself is silent. All right, so let's go ahead and choose a school of magic.
Enchantment. Illusion. Button.
The game is $4. You can find it in the App Store. If you want to swing by to my description, you'll find all the descriptions and all the goodness you need to kind of make this game your own. We're going to take a peek at this for maybe about 15 minutes or so, and just give it a really quick listen. And if you all like it, and I get the prescribed number of likes, which is about 20, I'll definitely do a live premiere, or I'll do a Let's Play series on the game. So please like the game copiously. There's 3,150 of you out there. I'm sure we can get 20 likes. All right, let's go ahead and
Elements.
choose our school of magic. It was suggested that we take conjuration.
Enchantment. Button.
I'm not a big conjurer fan.
Illusion. Button.
I do love illusion.
Elements. Please choose a primary element.
Elements don't sound very interesting.
Elements. Illusion. Button.
I think illusion is one of the most powerful magic schools to take. I'm gonna take illusion.
Illusion.
All right, now it's really easy. I just double tapped and illusion was selected. Let's go ahead and select our element.
You have selected elements. You have selected illusion. Illusion is the school that studies altering people's perception of reality. It's often one of the best ways to make money. An example spell is Wind Show. Elements.
Okay.
You have selected illusion. Illusion is the school that studies altering people's perception of reality. It's often one of the best ways to make money. An example spell is Wind Show.
An example spell is Wind Show. I don't know what that means. Fine.
Elements. Please choose a primary element.
Let's choose our primary element.
Fire. Button.
Love fire.
Earth. Button.
Earth, but this is illusion. Let's be a little bit more subtle.
Water. Button. Air.
Let's
button.
choose air.
Air. You have selected air, a basic element. It's all around us. It can be very useful when we want to move quicker.
All right, this is cool. So we're an air illusionist. Last airbender. No, I'm just kidding.
Start the game. Button.
All right, here we go. Let's start the game.
Start the game. Menu. Button.
All right, we have a menu.
Campus. Heading.
Campus. I'm not really interested in sneaking through the menu. I'm sure it's fine. Let's just get started.
Events. Button. Campus. Heading. Events. Button.
There are events.
Gather. Heading.
Gather.
Gather mana. Button.
Gather mana. So it feels like a builder almost.
Expand.
Expand? Wow.
Current goal. Heading. Gather more mana.
Okay, we need to gather more mana. Okay. It feels... yeah, it doesn't feel procedural. It almost feels like an idol or a builder of some kind.
Cast spell. Button. Campus. Tab. Cast spell. Button.
Cast a spell.
Campus. Tab.
Campus tab. Okay, we have tabs. That makes it easier.
Stats. Tab.
Stats tab.
Help. Tab.
Help tab.
Options. Tab.
And there's options tab.
About. Tab.
About tab.
About. Tab.
Let's swing by
About.
the About tab first.
About. Tab.
Let's read through this.
About. Tab. Mana. 0/100. Heading.
Oop. Voiceover broke right there. Didn't want to read all that.
Mana. 0/100. Heading. Number sign magic research. Full cast spell. Button. Number sign map. About. Heading. Number sign magic research. Full cast spell. Button.
All right.
Campus. Tab. Stats. Tab. Help. Tab.
Okay. The help
Options,
menu could
tab.
use a little bit more words.
About. Tab.
Okay, that's not helpful.
Mana. Zeros. About. Tab. Options. Tab.
Check out the options tab.
Options. Tab. About. Tab. 30. Combo box. Target FPS. 30. You may set your target FPS here. Higher FPS will make the game smoother, but it could affect battery power and CPU usage.
Oh, okay. FPS, frames per second.
Performance. You may set your target FPS here. Higher FPS will make the game smoother, but it could affect battery power and CPU usage.
I'm not worried about that. My phone's fast.
30. Combo box. Target FPS. Keep awake. Heading. Target 30. Combo box.
I'm going to set it higher.
Performance. Heading. Options. Heading. Performance. Events. But. Options. Heading. Keep awake. Heading. Target FPS. 30. Combo box.
Let's double tap. 30.
10. 12. 15. 20. 24. 30. 40. 50. 60. Close. 60.
Let's go for 60.
Menu. Button.
All right. Don't know if frames per second is going to matter to me.
Keep awake. Heading. By default, devices go to sleep after a period of inactivity. To save battery, you can disable this behavior while you are playing Magic Research actively in the foreground.
Well, my phone, I always have the screen disabled to shut down, so that doesn't really matter.
Prevent device from sleeping. Checkbox. Not checked.
All right. Let's check that.
Prevent device from sleeping. Checkbox. Checked. Hide event pop-ups. Heading.
Hide event pop-ups.
Hide certain kinds of events, so that they don't disrupt gameplay. Hidden events will not show a pop-up, but will still be accessible through the event menu.
That's interesting. I don't know if that matters yet.
Hide school level up events during the first 15 minutes of a run. Checkbox. Not checked.
School events. That's so interesting.
Hide school level up events if nothing new is unlocked. Checkbox. Not checked.
Hide school events if nothing new. I still want to know everything.
Hide all school level up events. Checkbox. Not checked.
Hide all school level up events. No, we're not going to hide anything. For now, we're going to keep everything pretty much let it run wild, and if it gets to be repetitive, we'll get rid of it.
Hide common random events. Random events which are not storylines and which appear more than once. Checkbox. Not checked.
Oh, I like random events. Please keep it up.
Swipe to open menus. Heading.
Swipe to open menus. That's fine.
In smaller screens, you can swipe the screen left or right in order to open menus. You can disable this behavior here.
Okay, cool.
Enable swiping. Checkbox. Check.
Yeah, I love swiping.
Bottom menu. Heading. In smaller screens, there is a menu at the bottom to quickly switch between screens. You can customize the menu in this section. If you are left-handed, you can swap the position of the cast spell button to be able to use it more easily. If you prefer to have the extra screen space instead, you can also disable this menu here.
Now that's some accessibility and optimization built into this app, man. Whoever worked on this, man, kudos to you. You did your research.
Bottom menu. Head. In smaller screens, there is a menu at the bottom to quickly switch between screens. You can customize the menu in this section. If you are left-handed, you can enable bottom menu. Checkbox. Checked. Show cast spell button in bottom menu. Checkbox. Checked.
Ooh, there's a cast button.
Left-handed mode. Checkbox. Not checked. You can also customize which screens will show up on the bottom menu. You will always be able to navigate to these screens by using the main menu on the left-hand side. The bottom menu will show the following screens. Campus. Checkbox. Checked. Stats. Checkbox. Checked. Help. Checkbox. Checked. Options. Checkbox. Checked. About. Checkbox. Checked. Dark mode. Heading. Change the colors to be easier in the eyes.
Okay, we can change to dark mode.
Enable dark mode. Checkbox. Not checked.
Let's turn on dark mode, see if that makes any difference.
Enable dark mode. Checkbox. Not checked.
I like dark mode better.
Save file. Heading. You may persist your saved data by copying it to the clipboard and storing it anywhere you'd like.
Oh, that's interesting. Nice.
Copy save file to clipboard. Button.
Cool.
You can also save your data directly to a file or elsewhere.
Nice.
Save to file. Button.
We don't need to do that yet.
Load file. Heading.
Load or save a file.
You may import saved data by loading it from a file, or by pasting it here.
Cool.
Warning, this will erase your current save. Make sure you have backed up your data.
Okay, gotcha.
Text field. Double. Text field. Load from file. Button. Erase saved data. If you want to start all. Warning, this will. If you want to start all over again and retirement isn't enough, you can delete your saved data entirely.
Now, retirement sounds like a meta achievement, so you can kind of replay the game again and again. Okay.
Warning, this will erase your text field. Permanently erase all saved data. Cast spell. Button. Campus. Tab. Stats. Tab. Help. Tab.
All right, let's get out of here.
Mana. 0/100. Permanently. Campus. Tab.
Your campus tab. Yeah, I don't know if I need to know all that yet.
Gather. Expand. Gather mana. Button.
Let's gather mana. Let's just do something here.
Gather mana.
Did it do anything? Don't know.
Expand. Current goal. Heading. Gather more mana. Cast spell. Button. Gather more mana.
I don't know.
Current goal. Heading. Gather more mana.
Gather more mana.
Cast spell. Button. Campus. Tab. Stats. Tab. Help. Tab. Stats.
Let's go to
tab.
stats.
Stats.
I
tab.
still don't know what I'm doing here.
In-game time played. Total. 0 hours, 6 minutes, and 22 seconds. In-game time played. This run. 0 hours, 6 minutes, and 26 seconds. Real world time played. Total 0 hours, 6 minutes. Real world time played. This run. 0 hours, 6 minutes, and 32
Okay,
seconds.
we get a lot of information here.
Total times retired.
Very simulator-like.
0. Global research multiplier.
Global research. Huh?
1 times. Global production 1 times. Schools. Heading. Conjuration LV1. Button. Enchantment LV1. Button.
Cool. They track everything pretty efficiently.
Illusion LV1. Primary. Storylines. Heading. Total completed storylines. 0/92.
So we got a nice little achievement set up here.
Completion percentage. 0%.
Very much like Eldrum Red Tide.
Lock. 3 question. Lock. 3 question. Lock. 3 question marks.
Oh, yeah,
Button.
cool. There's a bunch of
Expand.
story things that we can unlock.
Lock. 3
Ooh,
question
there's a
marks.
ton of them.
Button. Lock. 3 question marks.
Okay, we don't need to go
Button.
through all that.
Mana. 1/100. About. Tab. Options. Help. Tab. Stats. Tab. Campus. Tab.
Let's go back to campus.
Tab.
Campus seems to be the main tab. Still don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, so there's a need for a tutorial here.
Gather mana. Button.
Let's just gather mana
Gather
again.
mana.
And let's try to cast a spell.
Expand. Current goal. Expand.
There's no button.
Current goal. Heading.
Let's
Expand.
Buttons would be great.
Contract.
Okay, expand. I've expanded. That was a button. That wasn't speaking button.
Focus your thoughts and gather mana. Tip. You can press and hold buttons to auto-press them +1 mana.
Okay, I can hold and press buttons. Okay, interesting.
Contract. Focus your thoughts and gather mana. Tip. You can press and hold buttons to auto-press them +1 mana.
Okay.
Current goal. Heading. Gather more mana. Cast spell. Button. Campus. Tab. Cast spell. Button.
What is it happens if we cast a spell?
Cast spell. Campus. Tab. Stats. Tab.
Okay, a lot of these buttons don't do anything. It'd be real helpful if it told us something.
No spells yet.
Okay, I have no spells. Okay.
Cast spell. Button. Campus. Tab. No spells yet. Cast spell. Head. Events. Button.
Let's go to events. Is there
Events.
anything going on here? It's a very quiet school.
Events. Heading. Cast spell. Button. Events. Heading. Cast spell. Campus. Tab. Stats. Tab. Campus. Tab. Stats. Tab. Help. Tab. Events. Events. Button. Campus. Heading. Menu. Button.
Let's go to menu. Is there
Menu.
anything in the menu here? Because I still don't know what I'm doing here.
Campus. Heading. Events. Button. Magic research. Heading. Campus. Tab. Stats. Tab. Help. Tab. Options. Tab. About. Tab. Resources. Heading. Mana. 2/100.
2/100. Okay, so it looks like I have a lot of mana to gather.
Schools. Heading. Conjuration. LV1 EXP 0/1000.
Okay.
Enchantment. LV1 EXP 0/1000. Illusion. LV1 EXP 0/1000. Cast spell. Button.
Okay.
Campus. Tab. Stats. Tab. Help. Tab. Options. Tab. About. Tab.
Okay.
Mana. 2/100.
Okay, I have 2 mana. So every time I press gather mana, I gather a point of mana.
Stats. Tab. Campus. Tab. Campus.
I don't
Tab.
know if I got out of the menu.
Menu. Button. Menu.
Okay, it looks like it's one of those menus that you double tap and the menu goes away. I don't like those. I like it better when it goes back. That's fine. Double tap and menu goes away.
Gather mana. Button. Gather mana.
Let's try to double tap and hold.
Contract. Gather mana. Button.
Oops.
A traveling merchant appears at the campus gates and approaches you. Look at this, he says, while getting a moist bag out from his pockets. He opens the bag and shows you a small stone. You notice the stone seems to be emanating water. This pebble magically produces water, he says. This might be useful to you. It can be yours for 1,500 coins. Would you like to purchase it?
Oh, whoa, we just got a random encounter, a random merchant. Interesting. I don't know how much money I have. I haven't been told.
Buy the pebble. Dim. Button.
I can't buy it, obviously.
Decline. Button. Maybe later. Button. Maybe later.
Yeah,
Button.
maybe later for sure. Okay.
Menu.
Cool.
Button.
There's some people in here. There's some NPCs running around. How much magic did I draw? A statistical menu would be great.
Gather mana. Button. Gather. Heading. Events. Button. Campus. Heading. Menu. Button. Menu. Campus. Heading. Events. Button. Gather. Heading. Gather mana. Button. Contract. Focus your thoughts and gather mana. Tip. You can press and hold buttons to auto-press. Contract.
Contract. Let me double
Expand.
tap. I double tapped on contract.
Current goal. Heading. Gather more mana.
Okay, my current goal is just to gather mana, so it's simple. So far, simple.
Cast spell. Button. Campus. Tab.
Okay,
Cast-
let's
gather
just
more mana.
gather. Let's just do what they tell us to do.
Current goal. Heading. Expand. Gather mana. Button.
Let me gather mana. Okay, every time I gather mana, it looks like I get a random event.
Gathering mana is useful, but why would you do it if you had nothing to use it for? You slowly recall how to cast spells and remember a basic conjuration spell. Create Pebble. You think of trying it soon. You have unlocked the ability to cast spells. You can cast spells by pressing the wand icon at the top right or bottom right corner of the screen.
Okay, this is weird. Okay, let's hear that again.
Gathering mana is useful, but why would you do it if you had nothing to use it for? You slowly recall how to cast spells and remember a basic conjuration spell. Create Pebble. You think of trying it soon. You have unlocked the ability to cast spells. You can cast spells by pressing the wand icon at the top right or bottom right corner of the screen. Close button.
Okay, create Pebble. Okay, let's try to do it.
Gathering, close button.
Let's close that little pop-up.
Menu button.
So there's a pop-up in the middle that comes up, which is really easy to get to. Everything's easy to close and open. Let's try to cast Conjure.
Gather mana button. Expand. Current goal heading. Create more stone and water. Cast spell button.
Create more stone and water.
Campus tab. Cast spell button.
Let's cast a spell.
Cast spell.
No sounds, but
Campus tab. Stats tab. Help. Options tab. About tab. Conjuration combo box. Expand all button.
okay, expand all.
Tip. You can find more spells by pressing the conjuration button above to switch to a different school.
Gotcha. So conjuration is why I guess they wanted to go to conjuration school because it's the first thing we do.
Create Pebble 10 mana button.
Okay, so to create a pebble, I need 10 mana.
Expand.
Expand. Don't know what the significance of expand is.
Create water 20 mana dim button.
Create water. More mana.
Expand. Cast spell button. Campus tab.
All right,
Cast
let's
create expand. Create Pebble 10 mana button.
let's create a pebble.
Create Pebble 10 mana dim.
It would be great if any sounds could be added so I can know if I'm doing it or not.
Expand. Tip. You can find more spells by pressing Create Pebble 10 mana dim button.
Looks like I don't know if I did or didn't do it. See?
Expand. Create water 20 mana. Expand. Stone 5/50. Expand. Stone 5/50.
Stone 5/50. Okay, well at least I did create a stone.
Expand. Create water 20 mana. Expand. Stone 5/50.
What does that do though?
Cast spell button. Campus tab. Cast spell button.
Let's cast a spell. I'm gonna double tap.
Cast spell.
It just went away. Menu popped back in.
Campus tab. Stats tab. Gather mana button. Expand. Gather
Let's
mana.
just gather
button.
mana again.
Gather mana.
Because it feels like gather mana brings up random encounters and stuff.
Expand. Gather mana button.
Gather
Gather mana.
mana again.
Gather mana.
I'm just double tapping on gather mana.
Gather mana. Gather mana.
And let's try to
Gather mana.
cast another make another
Gather
pebble
mana.
here in a second.
Gather. Heading. Events. Button. Campus. Heading. Event. Gather. Gather mana. Button. Expand.
Let's expand our
Contract.
gather mana.
Focus your thoughts and gather mana. Tip. You can press and hold buttons to auto press them +1 mana.
Okay, cool.
Current goal. Heading. Create more stone and water.
Okay, we have to create more stone. Okay, it's very simple. It feels it's definitely incremental. And we're definitely creating things and making things, which is kind of fun. I could start digging this. I could definitely get into this. And we're just gonna kind of create things, and then that's gonna mean we need to create something else different. And there's a whole bunch of statistics and RPG elements kind of thrown in here and events. Definitely a good time killer. Definitely could be fun. I could get into this for a minute. I can definitely multitask this at the same time while just watching YouTube, watching something or just chilling or whatever, doing, maybe just doing some exercise or something while I just double tap these buttons. So it could be good. I mean, I think they could definitely use some more bells and whistles and sounds. Let me know when I've done something. But everything else here seems to be working just fine. It's accessible, it's smooth, it's clean. The menus are easy to operate. It could use a little bit more draw in when you first start playing it, because I could use some of those NPC conversations very early on. Let's do some more, make some more stones, and then
Gather mana. Button. Contract. Focus your thoughts and gather mana. Current goal. Heading. Create more stone and water. Stone 5/50. Cast spell. Button.
let's create more stone and water.
Campus. Cast spell.
Let's
Button.
make some more stone and water.
Cast spell. Tip. You can find more spells by pressing the conjuration button above to switch to a different school.
All right, we can find more spells. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I know we've been playing for 20 minutes. It took us a minute. But I mean, I don't know if there's any much more I can really do that would explain it any more than you just playing it yourself. I need to do, I guess, a lot of stones and stuff like that in order to unlock more things. I guess I have to keep conjuring stuff in order to unlock more quests and missions and goals. In this case, I need just to make more stones, and that's going to lead to me making something else different. But this is Magic Research. I was asked to give this game a first listen, and it is fine. Everything here is accessible. Give it a try yourself. It's $4. You can find the link to it in my description. And if you do like it, feel free to give the dev a nice big thumbs up and nice big high rating in the App Store. And like this video and subscribe if you're more interested in more first listens, where I basically find games that have just been released or new or have been around for a while, and I give them a try, make sure they're accessible, and give you kind of a feel for what you're getting for your money. All right, so that's going to be it for us today. Keep gaming accessibly with Mike every day, and I'll hear you next time. Take care.